Okay. Again, we're just gonna put a few threads on it, and we're gonna strike it here and here, and hopefully, in theory, this should just drop down enough so I can remove it. May have to use a pickle fork. There you go. There's one. And now we're gonna do the same here. There we go. See how that just dropped there? So this whole thing is technically loose. Alright, so what we're going to do is now I can go ahead and take things off. The caliper, we got to do brakes anyway, so we're gonna remove these calipers. We got a sensor for the ABS. We got this here, so let's go ahead and get some tools. I believe these are gonna be 13s. Gonna compress this, remove it, let it hang here somewhere out of the way, and then we'll start stripping this bad boy. Okay, so we are back with some more tools. Let me see if I can get a grip on this thing here. Okie doke. We're probably gonna have to compress that a little bit more, but for now it'll do. These are gonna be 21s. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Now that that is removed, we should be able to swing this right out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and use this just to let that chill there. Okay. Go back to our 21mm. Now we remove our router, which is stuck with these little things. I should have brought a pair of diagonal cutters. These little clips here are just for assembly purposes. You don't have to put them back. It's just to facilitate the assembly process in the factory. Let me get a pair of dikes and just rip them out. Kind of stuck in there, aren't they? Put this to the side for right now. Okay, so now we got these little doohickeys here. I'm gonna do this one too. That has to go. Remove that. I think that's gonna be a 4. 5 it is. Yep. Out of the way. All right, so this whole knuckle is ready to literally just come right on out. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. All right, so we gotta get rid of this ball joint. Got play. We gotta get rid of this whole arm here. So what I'm going to do is pretty much get all my parts ready real quick and get the ball joint press out. Okay, so if you are seeing this particular segment here, it's because on the other side, for whatever reason, it didn't record. So you guys missed out on the removal of the ball joint. So this time I'm not gonna grind anything. I mean, this is pretty soft metal. I'm just gonna go straight to the point and it should come out relatively quick. So we have our adapters here. We have the C-clamp here. So we're just gonna go ahead and position this and we're gonna force this bad boy out of here. It should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the big boy ratchet and give it some constant torque and it should press right out. If we hit it with the gun, it's just gonna be impacting there, and it's not gonna do anything. So this is gonna go straight to the point. You should be able to see it coming out already. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the old one. It's got play. Here we have the new one. And you should already see the installation on the other side. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened. I might have not recorded the removal of this, which sucks because I already got it out. I used the actual tools for it. Don't you just hate it when this happens? Here's the old one, here's the new one. So I just gotta press this back in here now. Oh boy, this sucks. I don't know what happened. I thought it was recording, but I might have not. I'll have to review the footage. But what I was talking about was reusing the same old hardware. Sometimes I prefer to do that because they change up the sizes on you. And then I like to keep it, I want to try to keep everything the original, you know, fastener sizes and stuff. So this was a 24 and this also is a 24, so I guess I could use the new one, no big deal. Drop it down in the comments. What do you guys normally like to do? You like to put everything new, or do you rather reuse the old hardware? She is in there. Now we just got to do this whole rigmarole over here. Gonna try to not do it in the same spots. Beautiful. And there you have it. New ball joint. Pressed in and ready to go. Now I gotta do the upper control arm because this one has seen better days as well. And then we can start mounting everything back up. So give me a few minutes and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so we are back here. Got my new control arm. Looks pretty much the same other than for this little nipple there. That's some models have some kind of height sensor there. That's what that's for. So those are 18 millimeters, I believe. Now I'm going to make notice of the position here more or less so I can put it in the same. So it appears to be pretty much flush with the with the tops of these ears where it goes mounted in, because I can't really torque this down till it's resting on the suspension, so I can get the proper torque on there. So, but that gives me pretty much a good idea of what I'm looking for. Okay, so that one is somewhat loose. Okay. Okay. Oh. See if I could just use a ratcheting one just to... Now we got all this wiring here in the way. Alright. There we go. Nice. This bad boy pulls right out. Alright. So you can see here, ball joint has seen better days, and on that other side these bushings are kind of squeaky. Squeaky squawky. Yeah. Should be pretty much the same. We'll find out when we try to install it here right now. So that's normally when you notice all the difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and start positioning. Okay, and now we do this side. Okay, there we go. So now we do this the same way, put it on this side of the bolt. Okay, this one goes on this side. Oh, I guess it was going the wrong way. Not very smart of me. Actually, this goes over here, and this one actually goes on the other side. Silly me. It goes there so when you're tightening, this lever looking part here catches on the frame and you can tighten this without this crap getting loose. It's supposed to help you. Okay, so now we tighten. Okay, so we kind of more or less More or less make it somewhat flush. I mean, I know there is a subtle difference. So as you can see, we can still make adjustments. Okay, they're snug enough to where they're not flopping everywhere. So when we lower the truck and let the suspension be loaded, that's when we're going to go ahead and give it the final tightening. We're gonna go ahead and put the knuckle, tighten these nuts here and here, and start mounting everything. We do have to do front brakes, so we're gonna go ahead and resurface the rotors. We got to replace this as well. I think on the other side has got play. This one is pretty sloppy for right now, but okay, so let's go ahead and put this knuckle in here real quick. Like, we are going to gently put this here. Okay, and we are going to put this one here. Okie dokie. Very, very good. So now, okay, we get our 24mm socket with the impact gun. This is our 24 right here. Okay, and we tighten this booger up. That's all it takes, just to grab it a little bit, that's all. So no binding, no nothing. Now we're gonna replace this. Now what I like to do is we have to count the threads. I like to count the threads and then just put it in the same spot. Still gonna need alignment, but it'll get you close. So we got about 10 threads. I'm gonna loosen the jam nut here. Okay. And hopefully we can just spin this right out. It might be a little stuck, but no biggie. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got our new one here. Okay. Got to put a grease fitting on there. All right, that should be about right. Make sure this is the same. Yep. Okay. Got a little Zerk fitting here. This is the jam nut. I don't like to reuse those. My pod ran out of battery. So anyways, I reused the old jam nut for the tie rod. And now we're going to install this grease fitting in here. If I can get it started. 8mm. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Installed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the sensor back in there, and I gotta resurface the rotor, put fresh pads in there. So I'm not gonna record the resurfacing of the rotor. We're just gonna put everything back the way it was, but I'm gonna give my equipment a break so that it can charge while I do the rotors, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have returned. We have resurfaced our rotor. As you can see, it looks very beautiful. And now we're gonna finish our putting everything back together ordeal here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna go ahead and install our ABS sensor. Clean this up a little bit here. Okay, we got our little Allen. It's kind of dark in there. Okay, we have. There we go. We also got to do the front shock. All right. So, as I mentioned earlier, I think I did forget to record that that extraction of the ball joint. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just film the other side, and because I got to do the other side too, and just kind of insert it in there. You've probably already noticed that I did that. So if you do see that, then that's because I didn't catch that footage for whatever reason. Yeah. Nice. Alright, so before we put the rotor and all this rigmarole here in the way, let's go ahead and take care of this whatchamacallit, the shocks. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the ratcheting wrench. Loosen this up here. Now the knuckle's gonna hold all this together, so I don't have to worry about the spring shooting out and killing me or anything like that. Okay, got our bushing, this nut. Now we got two under here, two 13 millimeters under here. Which we're gonna try to take off with this guy. And if I can find my 13 in this mess. Alright, let me move around. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but okay. There you go, 1 and 2. And this bad boy should, in theory, slide right out. In theory. Assuming that I have. Alright, here we go. As you can see, we're changing this because it's leaking. Still has a little bit of resistance, but it is leaking. It is junk. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that. We're gonna go in with some KYBs here. Just kind of sneak this in here, just like so. Okay. Okay. I hope I'm gonna be able to reach this. Let's see if it fits better one way or the other. It should be about the same. Okay. 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 Let's get our impact. the ratchet for the final tightening, just to make sure it's nice and tight. Oh, slipping. All right. Okay. Beautiful. And now the question is, sometimes these little boogers, when they're new, they tend to give some issues because we need to compress a little bit just to get it to reach. And sometimes they make these studs ever so slightly shorter. See? So we don't have enough as of right now to reach it. No big deal. We'll get that here shortly. We'll get that here shortly. I can just get the jack lifted up a little bit if need be. Or I can just, when I set it down, it'll do the same operation. Okay. Okay. No big deal. I'll get to that here shortly. Let's proceed here with this. Okay. Let's turn this. Get our rotor. There we go. There we go. There. We've already installed our new pads, cleaned everything up, lubed everything. There we go. It's just a matter of reinstalling. We may have to compress this a little bit more. Maybe. Let's see. There we go. Like a glove. Let's get our 13 again. And our plier. Okay. Beautiful. Everything is as it should be. All we gotta do is finish this and tighten that once it's on the ground. But this side is pretty much done, for the exception of those two things. Oh, and I gotta grease up our tie rod here. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that for last. Alright, so we're here for the final part, and we have already lowered the car a little bit, and that gives us the room needed, let's see here, to reach the stud here, put the hardware, tighten it, and I still got to lower it all the way so I can do the final torque on the upper control arm bolts. So here we have the upper bushing. And now we can easily reach the stud to put the nut on there and tighten it down. Beautiful. See, I could have jacked up the lower control arm up and done the same thing, but I figured we might as well just, you know, do it later on, no big deal. Okay, so we're gonna just tighten this down to where it needs to go. I already greased the outer tie rod, checked everything, everything's nice, did all the brakes. Okay, so I gotta hit that with a ratchet, torque it down, and torque the upper control arm bolts down, and we are done. That is it for this repair. Woo! I had to turn on the evaporator cooler because it is hot. Now I gotta do the same thing up here. I already put the nut, I haven't tightened it down, but it's already somewhat installed, and I gotta tighten those. So, but I gotta make sure that the suspension is loaded for that. You can see I resurfaced the rotors, so that is all nice and done. Gotta pick up all the big mess here, and we'll be done with this. So I thank you all for watching. I hope this was informative for you, and if you haven't already done so, I ask that you please like and subscribe so we can get notifications on future videos. Until then, we'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.